everyone, so this is my Unit 3 vlog. Unit 3 was mostly about using and incorporating technology in the classroom. I think when using technology, it's really all about finding an activity and unit that suits using the technology instead of just using it for an activity for the sake of using technology. I think that if you're just trying to fit technology in an activity or in a class time just so you can tell your administrators that, oh, well, I'm using technology, it's there on my lesson plan, it's right there, but it doesn't really help to meet end goals, that it's a waste of time. I mean, there's plenty of things that you can do by hand or without technology that can get done just the same way or even better. So I'm a little old school and traditional in that sense, but I think it's true for the most part. There's nothing worse than a teacher who's using a smart board or something like that as a babysitter tool instead of actually teaching their students. I think with technology, you have to adapt before you introduce. You can't introduce technology to students without knowing how the technology works yourself. Otherwise, it's pointless. They're going to come up with questions, they're going to ask you how to do something, and if you can't tell them and explain to them how and why you're doing it this way, then they're going to not understand you, and it's going to be just a waste of time and a waste of everybody's time in class time. So professional development needs to be done. There's plenty of tutorials out there and workshops that we can all attend to get more familiar with, places like things like GarageBands and apps that we can use in the classroom. And I think it's all about knowing your students, knowing how they're going to react to this kind of activity with technology. If they use it before, if they have used it before, if they haven't used it before, if they're going to be easily distracted by it, if they need to be with groups and not with groups. So, yeah, it's just a different thing for all students. But, yeah, sorry, there's a bee by me. I think the last thing is grading for that presentation. So grading, it needs to be done throughout the course of the unit. It can't just be done at the end of the unit. It's just like having a final big chapter test when you've done nothing else to see if students have really grasped the information. You're setting them up to fail. So there needs to be like check-ins throughout the unit, as you mentioned, to see if things are coming along and students are progressing successfully. And if they're not, well, then you need to apply that and kind of revise the unit to see if there's something that you could do to help them understand more clearly. And then I think at the end of the unit, it's really important to check in and reflect as well. Check in as a group to see if all students are meeting their goals and if we're meeting our class goals. And if not, then how do we do better next time? We can discuss maybe ways that we can do better and then revise our units and revise the way we're learning and revising our study habits if we're the student to try to meet our goals for the next unit and the rest of the year. So that's it for me. Thanks.